Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Thrifty Canucks hosted by the lovely and talented Kim at Images by Kim, and Thrifty Thursday hosted by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming, who is also lovely and talented. We're going to take a long leisurely walk through the stuff that I have. So it is thrifty in a couple of sense of the words. Free, thrifted, or gifted. And gifted is an underexplored and underappreciated methodology for acquiring what you wish. Oh, it's a cup of tea. So, first one is new Food and Drink magazine that is out. Spring 2025. Look at that as an image. So this is spring, and it's got all of the beautiful photographs of anything that you could possibly want as it relates to food, yummo, and drink. And they do such a beautiful job of the graphics and creating the colors and just the ideas. And I love this magazine so much. It is free. It comes from Ontario at LCBO, which is the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. If you are interested and you are not from Ontario, you can check out lcbo.ca or .com, I think it's .ca, and you can get the recipes. So at the back, they will give you food recipes and drink mix recipes and all of the things. And I, quite frankly, have gotten some of my very best, most favorite recipes from this magazine over time. So I have one of those. It also functions super well as a glue book. So theoretically, I was only getting one, and I somehow got two more because the lady at the cash gave me two. Because, well, here's one for you and one to give to your friend. I was like, okay, alrighty. So that was free. Okay, I think I've showed you this before. I'm going to show it to you again. So these are both thrifted items. This one is amazing thrifted paper. It is decent thickness. And it's an interesting soft feel. This would be amazing to have at a party and hire an artist and then do portraits in there as sort of a takeaway gift. So we got that. Love. And also another nice big Mondo Road Atlas because it looks very yummy and orange and atlasy and mappy. And those of you who have been here for a while know that I surely do appreciate that. Okay, so next on my list of here is how to accumulate things. I have dear friends, dear family, who never know what to buy me because I have weird esoteric hobbies that they don't necessarily share or understand. And so I can sometimes just say, hey, here's a link of a couple of things, pick one of those. And sometimes they are super generous and they're like, okay, you gave me 3 things, I gave you 2. Or I gave you all 3 or whatever. So, my friends are super generous. First thing, these are Blue Jay patches, not necessarily junk journal related, but I am going to be using them for, I have a journal, a baseball journal, and I also have a bag. And it was in the stuff that I have received recently. So, next is a book. This is called the Ink Archiving Book. quite beautiful. It's nice and small in one's hand, and it is for the specific purpose of, okay, that's Gracie. I don't know what she's doing. Of archiving ink, to be able to create ink samples all in one spot. Prepare to be wowed. So, this is the title. Then you get to, so this is from the pen and ink crowd. So these pages are for the purposes of taking like an ink and then just sort of coloring it in and then making lists of your ink. And this always comes with instructions. And here's some more where you can do the swatching of the ink, the naming, and then the pictures. I wanted 1000%. Ooh, there's an elephant. We need to keep that. I wanted it for the images because some of these are absolute corkers. And it is fountain ink friendly, so we can do some painting with the inks. And I'm just gonna take a leisurely walk through. Look at that one, it's beautiful. And of course, there's always cats. And so very sort of steampunky, science-y. Some more cats. I didn't tell you where or who this is. So this is, so it's by Dominant Industries. And they have two. And there is a, okay, Log of Elixir. So this is volume 2, and there's a volume 1 that may or may not be headed my way because people are really good to me. And the first one, I think, is about water, sea, boats, dolphins, anything sea, kraken related. So Dominant Industries, the ink archiving book, and this is Log of Elixir. So this at the back here is very specifically do the swatch and then do some journaling about that ink. You can also do more sort of writing sampling. So not at all of a loss. And then you can also use that as test. Look at that. These are just so yummo. Yum, yum, yum-o. That's the middle. So you get the idea. Super appreciate that. Next thing is this, which is a screw punch. I think it is a Japanese hole punch. And I do not know who I saw on the internet using this, but I've seen more than one person use it. There we are. Ooh. Don't mind me while I sort of clean my space a bit. There we are. Get some fuzz off. Let's get into this. Ooh, bubble wrap. So this, ooh, comes with instructions. Bless their hearts. So I think what this is it puts holes in things. Yes, it, oh, I know who I've seen use this. Rachel at Rock's Creation. So you essentially, I'm not going to do this because I'm going to put, like that. Completely different, does not require a grip to create a hole, goes up and down to create a hole. And make these, okay, and so you have a bunch of other bits available, and this is a 3mm, so it is that size. So it says leather, punching holes, and scrapbooking, which is going to be amazing. Okay, and that just undoes like that. So we have a new tool, new toy. Like that a lot. Okay, and now for the pièce de résistance. All of my fiber people, all of my dyers, all of my echo printers, attention all personnel. I have a copy of this. This is a book called Spectrum, Dye Plants of Ontario, edited by Nancy J. McGuffin, compiled by Burr House Spinners and Weavers Guild. I got this copy from a fiber store in Ontario called fibergarden.ca. I know I got it from there because I said, this is the only place where I know this can be acquired, and that was the link that I used to forward to other delightful people to say, hey, if you want to get me something, get me this, which was super exciting. Okay, so this is amazing. I just got an itch. Okay, so here is, okay, I need to do this properly because some of you need to get this information. Where's the ISDN? So there is, stop moving it around a bit. The ISBN, it's the Dewey Library of Congress, reprinted 2004, 09, 18, and 21. Copyright 1986. And then the Burr House Spinners and Weavers Guild. That's the address if you want to take it. So I'm assuming that we have had enough time to do a screenshot and that it is, can I do that? Does that help? It does not. Okay, so let's get on with the book. I am so excited. So a spectrum, of course, is spectrum meaning the visual color spectrum, using plants of Ontario to create that spectrum. And this is what the book looks like on the inside. Blah, 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 blah. So, there's a general introduction. There is sort of the plant pages, plant collecting, flowers and flower arrangements. There's information about plants and being able to figure out, is it this or is it that? Which is super helpful. And then it starts with a page that looks something like this. So you would have, first part is what the thing looks like. Daffodil, it's part of whatever family. It has the Latin name, then it has features, habitat, the part used for dyeing, a ratio, results and afterbaths. So these are mordants, and Chrome has got this little hand on it because apparently that is highly toxic. This is not a strong health and safety written book because there is at least one plant in here that gives no information that danger, danger, Roger Ramjet. So there's comments, and then there is see also, and it says book 31, yellow, green, and greens with alum. So I think the Guild has got a series of books, because this one says book 14, and they have samples in their realm. So this gives you the plant, and then if you have any of these kind of mordants, what ends up happening. So with the afterbaths and the old baths, and you can change the colors. So this is not enough dyeing information. That dyeing information comes right at the back here. So this is how to wash wool. So I'm assuming that they use wool the whole time. Then they talk about the mordants. So a mordant is a connector, kind of like a glue maybe, that you have a dye stuff, and then you have, say, the fabric that you want to change color, and then you have a mordant that is kind of helps the bonding of the color to the fabric. And it will also change colors of the results. So we have the mordants, the mordant recipes, then we have pre-mordanting, prep and dyeing, dyeing procedure, also useful, references, sources. We have the artists, the dyers, the members of the guild, blah, blah, blah. And then we have an index at the back that is the floral. Okay, I have a XYZ. I have a peony. We look under P, see what we can do with that. Isn't this the most yummy thing? And then look. There's a nasturtium that just went by. Oh, there's lilac. See, it's like, my excitement is that I have access to this in a non-difficult, just go out in the wilds and pick some kind of way. Oh, there's yucca. Shoo! That is so hard to get rid of. I cannot even tell you. Ivory yellow, pale green, well, whatever. Not a great color. Oh, linden. Linden. This is, Cindy talks a lot. She has a linden tree, I think. Oh, look at the colors. Beautiful. So what did I see? That nasturtium is the thing that, oh, forsythia. Forsythia is it's just over. Oh, iron, deep olive. See, I could spend the rest of the summer working my way through this book. Stinging nettle. Ooh. I'm trying to think of her name. Nash. Janet Nash did some stinging nettle dyeing. Fun. Nasturtium. Here we are. Oh, no. Yeah. What do we get? Olive. Golden olive. It's an olive. Oh. Flowers used frozen. There was a lot of this where there is frozen. Or at least the daffodils were also frozen. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Oh, bee balm. Khaki green. So what I want to do is have a nice long go through of these. Oh, catnip. Brassy gold. Oh, gold. Huh. Got not a huge surprise to anybody. In the back 40, there is catnip. I want to go through this and just sort of see. Ooh, chartreuse. Lupine. Ooh. Tin. Scotch broom. Dyer's broom. White clover. Ooh, plantain. Ivory green. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is, I think, the last of, is it the last? I got a couple more things. This is my absolute treasure. I am going to be looking through this a ton. We are going to try this as an alternative method to poking holes in things. You might use this for the elephant journal. And again, a different method. So instead of needing that sort of fine motor skill to be able to, you know, jab and punch, we should just be able to do this and go chomp, chomp, chomp. Still working on the idea of different ways of being able to make a spine to open up the doors for people to have access to this craft. New washi tape, super great. New ink, which is called Ginger Chicken. So there's no point at all. Oh, hey, I have an ink book. Why don't we try an ink book? Ginger Chicken. Let's do it on the front. So what is, that's a little snacky snack. There we are, and we're just going to do a little sample. And this is also, is this also? Yeah, this is also Dominant Industries. Look at that color. Yum! And I am just going to put a little bit there. Is that not glorious? That is absolutely a stunning color. I'm just getting rid of that. There we are. So that is, I think, all for now. Looking around, I don't see it. Oh no, hang on, I gotta put you on pause. Hang on, wait. Okay, I'm back, hang on. Ooh, no, I'm not gonna close it yet. It's still wet. So we have this, and you need to see this before I can show you what I got and why it's so exciting. So this is a newly started art journal. I saw a lady on the internet who said that crayons are an underrated art material to play around with, to just enjoy yourself. And so I got a book and I started filling it with crayon. So I've got that, that, and I'm putting these in because I press kind of hard with the crayons, and I want to make sure that I'm not sort of ruining the image by pushing one side into the other. I've got that. Forsythia and Myrtle. Myrtle has another name that I can't off the top of my head remember. More Forsythia. More Myrtle. This is the Myrtle Bud. Oh yes, and daffodils. And so I haven't finished the daffodils yet. So this is, I am just like super excited, as I often get, using crayons as the main sketch material. So crayons really are super cheap, like ridiculously super cheap. This is Colors of Kindness, which is not your normal 24. Those are the colors. Is that? Oh, Banana Mania. Okay, never mind. Well, there's a yellow in there. Anyways, so colors. And when I was a kid, the most epic premium top of the line Crayola crayon box you could get was the 64s. So I was in Staples getting a couple of things, and I came across this. I will see your 64 and raise you 96. Yummo! Look at that. So, I react wishing for order. And I've got, this is loose because I've got that yellow crayon out for the daffodils. I want all the greens together and all the blues together and all the pinks together and so on and so forth. And I might sort of take this out and then reset it because this is not helpful. I also, you know what we should do? That would be fun. I should totally reorder it and then swatch it. Has anybody ever swatched the box of crayons? Possibly not. We should totally do that. I'm going to put that on the list of things that we could do that would be fun. If I can find something to write with. Swatch 94 crayons. Anyways, super cheap. I'm thinking they were like $8, $9 Canadian, I might add. Like, crayons are bananas inexpensive. Absolutely bananas. Oh, and this is sharpener included, which is not great. I went to the dollar store and got a like the sharpeners that have like the pencil and then something wider. The wider one is the thing that works. So we've got that. And because it was there and I wanted to treat myself, I also got Tropical Colors markers. And you could get your basic like Roy G. Bivs, but I think I'm going to be drawing flowers more than anything, and these seem to be more floral. So we've got that. Alrighty. Also inexpensive, but more expensive than the crayons. The crayons are just like extruded wax, and this has got stuff around it. Anyways, this is all for now. Hope you enjoyed. Anybody wanting more information on this, if I haven't been clear about where to source it, etc., I will happily answer anything in the comments. But I would check out, where's my sheet? Did I eat my sheet? No, I didn't eat my sheet. There it is. Oh, way over here. Fibergarden.ca, not at all affiliated, but that's where this comes from. And it would be interesting to check out your local spinner and weaver guilds to see if you have anything similar with the flora from your area. Some of these plants are going to be universal or cover large parts of the globe. Others will be, very unique to, your area and so forth. And it will be interesting to see if anybody has sort of taken that and tried to do some dyeing. A friend of mine in Vancouver is bragging to me because she's got 2 massive woad plants, and I need to see what the dyeing instructions are for woad that is in here. And I am going to ask her to maybe send me some of her garden, and then we'll maybe do some experiments. Anyways, that is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.